And a pleasant good afternoon and welcome to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. For Pope John Lions Baseball, Mike Formasano here, calling today's game as the Pope John Lions welcome in from Morristown the Delbarton Green Wave. Delbarton in first place in the NJAC American Division, and Pope John in third, and the Lions looking to make up some ground. In the front end of a home and home between the Lions and the Green Wave, the back end will be played at Delbarton on Wednesday. We'll give you lineups and rosters in just a little bit. A little late coming on, but we're ready to go. Batting first for Delbarton is number 2, Matt Tafuri. He's playing right field. And on the mound for the Pope John Lions, number 15, Miles Masodi. Masodi pitching great in the quarterfinal of the 100 Warren Sussex tournament against Vernon, but unfortunately losing 2-1. Here is the first pitch on a beautiful afternoon here at Pope John High School. Masodi deals and hits Tafuni in the back. And he goes to first base on a hit-by pitch. Battery mate for Masoni is number 6, Andrew Pammy. We'll give you the defensive alignment in just a second. Batting second for Delbarton is number 20, Sal Garcia. Garcia DHing for the pitcher, number 10, Kurt Friedrich. Tafuri on first. Here's the pitch. In there, called strike. On first base for Pope John, number 25, Evan Johnson. The second baseman, number 3, Nick Struble. Shortstop, number 20, Will Ryan. At third, number 8, Alex Rakowski. Garcia back into the box. Delbarton 17-4 on the season. Over the head of Garcia, and it's 1-1. Pope John 8-9, but they're coming off a win against Bernards on Saturday by a score of 3-2 in a very quick game. Was covering the softball game at 100 Warren Sussex down at the softball fields. Was planning on coming here to check the last few innings. They were already done. There's a pitch. Curveball in there. Strike 2. So 1-2 count Garcia. On deck for Delbarton is number 33, Lorenzo Baselli. Baselli playing first base today for the Green Wave. Throw over to first. Not in time. Your outfield for Pope John, left fielder, is number 13, Brody O'Hara. Center field is number 31, Joseph Banco. And the right fielder, number 11, Jack Portman. The DH today for Pope John, Lucas Meseros. Here's a pitch. Runner goes. Grounded to third. Rakowski fields. Fires across in time. And Pope John gets the out on Garcia. But on the play, Tafuri advances to second. So one down here. And now the batter for Delbarton is number 33, Lorenzo Baselli. While Pammy heads out to the mound, let's go ahead and give you the Delbarton roster. We start with number 2, Matt Tafuri. Number 3, Finian O'Loughlin. 4 is Brandon Kim. 5, Kyle McBride. Number 6, Luke Hall. 8 is Ian Grenda. Number 9, Lenny Kim. Kurt Friedrich. The pitcher for Delbarton is number 10. We'll pick it up in just a second. The batter now stepping up to the plate, the left-hander, Lorenzo Baselli. Here's the pitch. Way outside. Nice play by Pammy to make sure it didn't get to the backstop. 1-0. Beginning of a home and home between Pope John and Delbarton. Lions will head to Delbarton on Wednesday to take on the Green Wave. 4:30 p.m. for that. We'll be with you on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Here's the pitch. Inside. 2-0. On deck for Delbarton, number 23, Miles Handy. Slight wind blowing from left field to right. Beautiful conditions out here. A little cloudy, but temperatures high. High 70s. Here's a pitch. Outside. 3-0 to Baselli. First base is open. Sony checks the runner at second. Now the pitch. Called. Strike. 3-1. Baselli taking it all the way on the 3-0. Sony checks the runner. Now the pitch. Ball 4. A little low, and Baselli goes to first on a walk. Now the batter for Delbarton. The left fielder, number 23, Miles Handy.
In.
Delbarton in their black uniforms with white pinstripes and green helmets with a white wave on top. Pope John in their pinstriped white uniforms with blue pinstripes, blue hats, and blue socks. Here's the pitch. Low and away. 1-0. On deck for Delbarton, number 3, Finian O'Loughlin. Here's the 1-0 from Masoni. Fouled off down the first base line, out of play. We had some week on the channel on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube this past week and a half with the Pope John game against Lenape Valley finishing 7-6. And then Pope John defeating Sparta and boys lacrosse in the semifinal 8-6. In there, called strike. 1-2 to Handy. But I'll tell you, with those games, nothing I think could top the semifinal at 100 in Warren, Sussex that we covered on Saturday morning for the girls softball team. Down 6-2 to North Hunterdon with 4 outs remaining. They came all the way back to win on a 2-run homer by Grace Ferrua. Fouled off, out of play. Lions won 7-6, and they advanced to the Wednesday final at Phillipsburg. Due to exclusivity rights, we don't have coverage of that game. You can find that game between Hunterdon Central and Pope John on Big State Sports. Sony looks in. 1-2, 1 out. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch to Handy. Outside, 2-2. Sony already up to 15 pitches. We now have the pitch counts on the scoreboard, which is great. The new Pope John scoreboard you can see on the extreme right side of the screen. Pitch by Masoni. Runners go. Grounder through the hole and into left field. A base hit. Tefuri comes around third, and he's safe at the plate. The throw not in time. A base hit for Miles Handy, and Delbarton takes a 1-0 lead. So now the batter, number 3, Finian O'Loughlin, playing center field today for Delbarton. An RBI single for Miles Handy in the first inning gives the Green Wave a 1-0 lead. Masoni at the belt. Now the pitch. Inside, over the head of O'Loughlin. 1-0. You have to go inside the net, I know.
No, you're doing a great job.
Thank you. And now the coach comes out to talk to Masoni. Anyway, so Pope John softball team advancing to the final of the Hunterdon Warren Sussex. Congratulations to them. Also, congratulations to the boys lacrosse team for defeating Voorhees on Saturday morning at Lenape Valley High School by a score of 13-4 and winning the Hunterdon Warren Sussex boys lacrosse title for 2025. Their third overall. Mikey Ramirez getting the MVP for the Lions. We only have 2 more weeks of regular season action to go, so busy week on the channel. I'll give you the schedule in just a second. Here's a pitch by Masoni. Fouled off, out of play, down the first base line. 1-1. Runners at first and second. 1 down here, top of the first. Delbarton with a run in already. Masoni pitches. Oh, hits the batter right in the back, O'Loughlin. And he'll go down to first. And now the bases are loaded.
By the way, you're saying his last name right, correctly.
O'Loughlin? Irish. Now the batter, number 16, Ryan Holman. Holman, the shortstop for Delbarton. Bases loaded. 1 out. Lions need a double play. Force out at home. The infield is conceding the run. They're back. High over the head of Holman. 1-0. Tomorrow we'll be at Kinnelon as the Pope John Lions boys lacrosse team, the newly crowned Hunterdon Warren Sussex champion, take on the Kinnelon Colts. Fly ball down the first base line, out of play. 1-1. We'll continue with the Delbarton roster in just a second. In there, called strike. 1-2 to Holman. Picking up with the roster, we have number 11, Danny Haggard, who's on deck. He's the catcher today. Number 12 is Noah Morales. 13, MJ Wright. Here's a pitch. And umpire call time. 14, Wesley Gabriel. 15, Michael Andresano. 16, Ryan Holman. 17 is Anthony Palumbo. 19, Brady Smith. Grounder to short. Ryan Fields throws across. Not in time. Hit into the deep hole between third and short. And it was a nice play by Ryan to field it. However, the throw was long and not enough time to beat Holman. So Delbarton scores their second run and the bases remain loaded. Now the batter, number 11, Danny Haggard. Continuing the lineup, and the roster, I should say, for Delbarton. Number 19, Brady Smith. Number 20, John Fadun. 21, Stephen Corcoran. 23, Miles Handy. Here's a pitch. In there, called strike. 24, A.G. Sacento. 25, Ryan Laura. 26, Daniel Cosme. 27, Tyler Snyder. Called strike 2 on the inside corner. 0-2. 28, and I don't believe it's a sibling of Anthony Volpe, but I have Alex Volpe here on the roster. I only thought Anthony had a sister, but could be a relation. No relation? No relation, really. Pitch, low. Really, no relation? Wow. I knew it wasn't his brother, so. Did my research there, but okay, number 30, Logan Bordone. 33, Lorenzo Baselli. 44, Charles Minervino. And that's the third hit batsman of the game by Bassoni. And Hager's going to go to first. That'll score Handy. And Delbarton with a 3-0 lead. So now to the plate for the Green Wave, number 17. That's not Anthony Palumbo. I know that for sure. I'm sorry, who is it? Liner, through the hole, base hit. Up the middle, Mango fields it, 1 run in. Here comes the throw to Johnson, not in time. A 2-run single, and Delbarton takes a 5-0 lead. Ted Messino, thank you. Okay,
It's only his second game.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So Ted Messina with a 2-run single right back through the middle, and manager James Manco comes out, and he will talk to Miles Bassoni. Nobody in the bullpen for Pope John, as I see right now. 5-0 Delbarton with an early lead here in the top of the first inning. And they are going to go to the bullpen. Daniel Gigante coming in for Miles Bassoni. So Bassoni goes the third of an inning. And the Lions will turn it over to Gigante. We'll take a break. And we'll come back right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. For Pope John Lions baseball, we're in the top of the first, 1 out. And a pitching change for Pope John. Daniel Gigante coming out for Miles Bassoni. Bassoni worked the third of an inning and is responsible for the runners on base. This was after a 2-run single by Ted Messino. Number 17 made the score 5-0 Delbarton. Now to the plate, second baseman, number 4, Brandon Kim. Finish up with the Delbarton lineup. We have Charles Minervino, number 44, and then Steve Panullo. Messino's number 17, and the head coach, manager of the Delbarton Green Wave is Bruce Chattel. Assistant coaches Tony Negrin, Doug Anderson, Kyle Vinci. We'll give you Pope John's lineup in between innings. Here's the first pitch by Gigante. Oh!
You okay?
Yeah.
You almost stepped on me.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, the ball coming up high there and everything. I ain't expected that to give that much. I expected it to give. I didn't expect it to give that much. So, but we're okay. Grace of God. So, 1-0. Wild pitch scores a run. 6-0. Outside. Gigante looks in. His pitch. Called strike. 2-1 to Kim. Runner on second. 1 out. Now the pitch. Ball. Three-one count now to Kim. Now the pitch. Grounder to first. Johnson. Fields. Steps on the bag. 2 down. On to play, the runner from second, number 17, Ted Messino, advances to third. So now Delbarton turns the order over, and we're back to the leadoff hitter, number 2, Matt Tefuri. 6-0 Delbarton here in the top of the first. Gigante looks in. Fires. Outside, 1-0. Now the pitch. Low and away. 2-0. Boys baseball with a few games this week. Got the return visit to Delbarton on Wednesday. Then on Saturday, home to Mount Olive. High. 3-0. Lions 8-9. Defeated Barnards on Saturday by a score of 3-2. In there. Called strike. 3-1. Sino on third. Delbarton with 6 in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Now full count coming from Gigante. Here's the 3-2 by Gigante. In there. Called strike 3. And Gigante doing a fine job coming in and relief from Masoni and putting a tourniquet on the damage. But Delbarton played 6 in the top of the first. And after a half, the Green Wave leads 6-0 over Pope John. We'll be back right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Actually, you know what? We're going to stay with you. We're going to give you the roster since we didn't do that at the beginning of the game. It's Pope John roster. We start with number 2, Drew Sapolsky. Number 3 is Nick Struble. 5 is Jason Snyder. 6, Andrew Pammy. 8, Alex Rakowski. 10, Beckett Weeks. 11, Jack Portman. 12, Daniel Gigante. Number 13, Brody O'Hara. 15, Miles Masoni. Number 16, Jake Piotrowski. 17, Liam Brody. 18, Evan Rose. Number 19, Brendan Opat. Number 20, Will Ryan. 21, Lucas Meseros. 23, Patrick Black. 25, Evan Johnson. 29, Liam Jones. 31, Joseph Manco. 45, Justin Smith. And Mason Giordano, who's out on injury. The president of the Catholic Academy of Sussex County is Father Michael Parisi. The principal of Pope John High School is Gene Emery. The athletic director is Brian McAleer. The athletic trainers, Gerard Graziano and Jordan Martin. The manager of the Pope John Lions baseball team is James Manco. Assistant coaches Ben Perez, Sean Bierman, Dan Cudiso, Justin Provost, and Peter Corcoran. Starting lineup for the Pope John Lions today. Leading off, number 20, Will Ryan. Batting second, number 25, Evan Johnson. Ryan's playing short, Johnson first. Batting third, the right fielder, number 11, Jack Portman. Cleanup hitter, number 3, Nick Struble. He's playing second. The catcher, Andrew Pammy, is number 6, and he's batting fifth. Batting sixth, number 13, Brody O'Hara. He's playing left field. The DH today, Lucas Meseros, number 21, batting seventh. Batting eighth, Alex Rakowski, the third baseman, number 8. And batting ninth, number 31, Joseph Manco, playing center field. And your pitcher now in relief of Miles Masoni is number 12, Daniel Gigante. The starting pitcher for the Delbarton Green Wave today is number 10, Kurt Friedrich. His battery mate, catcher, number 11, Danny Haggard. First base is Lorenzo Maselli, number 33. Second base, number 4, Brandon Kim. The shortstop, number 16, Ryan Holman. The third baseman, number 17, Ted Messino. Left field, Miles Handy, number 23. Center field, Finian O'Loughlin. He's center and playing number 3. And the right fielder, Batsafori, number 2. And the DH, Sal Garcia, number 20. Here's the pitch. In there, called strike. Friedrich, a left-handed pitcher. 0-1 to Will Ryan. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Strike 2. 0-2 to Ryan. On deck for Pope John, number 25, Evan Johnson. Friedrich taking his time, and Will Ryan calls for time and gets it. Delbarton scored 6 times in the top of the first. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-2. Lions still have 7 games on the schedule in the next 2 weeks before state tournament action. Here's the pitch by Friedrich. Down the third base line, foul. 1-2 to Ryan. Now time called by the umpire. As they got somebody out and something on the field. I'll get a baseball on the field. So now it's cleared. Here's the 1-2 by Friedrich. Friedrich into the wind. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Out of play by Ryan. Down the first base line. It'll reach the trees. Count holds at 1-2. As opposed to Jack Portman, the right fielder for Pope John and reliever, Kurt Friedrich definitely does not work quick. Friedrich gets what he wants. To the wind. Deals. Fouled off. Out of play. Count holds at 1-2. Friedrich gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Grounded right back to Friedrich. Tosses over to first base in time. 1 down. Now the batter for Pope John, number 25, first baseman, Evan Johnson. After Saturday's win against Bernard's, 3-2, but they are staring at a 6-0 hole here in the first inning. Friedrich, southpaw, looks in. Now the pitch. Grounder, foul. Evan Johnson topped it there. On deck for the Lions, number 11, Jack Portman. I think Portman had a home run in Saturday's game against Bernard's. On 1 to Johnson. Friedrich deals. Fouled off. Out of play. Oh, they're getting smacked back here today. It's like 4 already.
I know.
It's like, wait a minute. I've gone through games that hasn't come back once like that.
I don't know what's going on.
We need to do something about this netting next year. Friedrich. Now he gets what he wants. And now time called by Johnson. I don't think the Pope John batters are used to a pitcher working as slow as Friedrich is. Takes a long time out there. Now winds, fires. Call, strike 3. Catcher dropped it, but was able to place the tag on Johnson as he took off for first. So 2 down now. The batter is number 11, Jack Portman. Lefty against lefty. Portman with a couple of home runs on the season. Hit one on Saturday. He had one on the road as well early in the season against Morris Knowles. On deck for the Lions, Nick Struble, number 3. Friedrich looks in. Here's the wind. Fires. High fly ball, center field. Center fielder racing back. And it's off his glove. And it goes up against the fence. Portman rounds second. He's coming to third. The throw comes in. He's going to take off for home. Here's the throw. He's safe. And away it goes. Jack Portman with an inside the park home run. And the Lions cut the Delbarton lead to 6-1. Portman with a shot to center field right off the glove of center fielder Finney O'Loughlin. And when he picked it up, Portman was rounding second. He hit third and just kept on going and slides underneath the tag of Danny Haggard. And Pope John with the first run on the board. An inside the park dinger for Jack Portman. Now the pitch. In there, called strike. On deck for the Lions, catcher number 6, Andrew Pammy. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 1. Now the pitch. Outside. 2-1. Struble up. Pammy on deck. In the hole, Brody O'Hara, the left fielder today. Coach Banco went ahead and changed up the lineup a bit. In there. Called strike. 2-2 to Struble. Friedrich looks in. Now the pitch. Gets away. Nobody on base. 3-2. Full count now to Struble with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. So, yeah, the lineup definitely different as you had Joseph Banco, who's been leading off the past 2 weeks. He's now in the 9 hole, and Will Ryan goes back from second to first. Johnson moves up from the 6th spot. Fouled off, out of play, down the first base line. Count holds at 3-2 to Struble. Delbarton with a 6th spot in the top of the first. Pope John gets 1 back here in the bottom of the first on an inside the park home run by Jack Portman. Here's the pitch by Friedrich. Grounded to second. Second baseman Kim Fields throws across in time. That's the end of the first. The Lions get 1 back on an inside the park dinger by Jack Portman, but they still trail Delbarton after 1 inning. It's the Green Wave 6, the Lions 1. We'll be back right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Oh, jeez.
Well, you gotta stand back pretty far.
Yeah, he's all over the place today.
Yeah.
There you go.
You're helping us out today. So good job. I'm glad
There you
you're
go.
playing.
No worries.
Where's do you have the other one too?
Yeah, back there.
Not that one.
No, the other one I don't
You
see.
don't want this. So what broadcast are you with?
We go ahead and we do it for Pope John. So it's on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You do this for all the games?
Yeah, I do it for baseball, softball, lacrosse, basketball, hockey.
Oh
Football.
my God. You
Yeah.
just know your sports. That's awesome.
Thank you.
That's
Appreciate
great
it.
that you do that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's right on YouTube.
Yeah,
So-
so you're just looking to look
I
it
sent
up.
out the link to everybody.
Oh, it's on the, okay, awesome, great, thank you.
Thanks. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey, where we're in the top of the 2nd inning, and the Delbarton Green Wave hold a 6-1 lead on the Pope John Lions. Mike Formasano here calling today's game. Thank you so much for joining us. Daniel Gigante comes back out for the 2nd inning in relief of Miles Massoni. Here's the first pitch. In there, called strike. Batter now, Sal Garcia, number 20. Today's DH for Kurt Friedrich. His pitch. Liner. Into left field. Base hit. O'Hara after it. Cuts it off before it gets to the fence. And holds Garcia to a single. Now the batter, number 33, Lorenzo Baselli, the first baseman for the Green Wave. Gonna catch a courtesy at first base, so number 6, Luke Hall, running for Garcia. Gigante looks in, fires, outside, 1-0. One and zero to Maselli. High, 2-0. Now the pitch. High fly ball, center field. Mango coming in. He's under it. Makes the catch. 1 out. Now the batter, number 23, Miles Handy. Handy, the left fielder for Delbarton today. Hall on first, running for Garcia. Tomorrow we'll be at Kittleon High School, where the Pope John Lions boys lacrosse team. High, ball 1. The lacrosse team just championed the Hunterdon Warren Sussex boys lacrosse tournament over Voorhees this past Saturday. They'll take on the Kittleon Colts. Pitch is outside, 2-0. Now we'll be back to baseball on Wednesday. Pope John heads to Delbarton to finish up the home and home with the Green Wave. On Thursday, we make a trek out to Phillipsburg for girls lacrosse. Pope John and Phillipsburg on Thursday. And then on Saturday, back to the baseball diamond. Pope John hosting Mount Olive. And then one more full week of regular season action, then we hit Memorial Day weekend, and then the state tournaments. Here's pitch. Runner goes down to third baseline, foul. So Hall will go back to first. 2-2 count to Handy. 1 down, top of the second. 6-1, Delbarton. Lions hoping for a big performance from Gigante on relief of Miles Bassoni today. Pitch is outside, scooped by Pammy. Throw down, they've got Hall in a rundown. Over to Ryan. Ryan chasing him back to first. The throw. Gigante puts the tag on number 6, Luke Hall. And that's the second out. So nice play by Pammy, realizing that Hall was way off first. Throws down to Johnson, then to Ryan, and to Gigante. So let's see, 2, 3, 6, 1. Back to Gigante. Nice play by Daniel. And they'll flip to first. That's the end of your inning. We're through an inning and a half. No score here in the top of the second for Delbarton, but the Green Wave still leads 6-1. We'll be back right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Show up this one. Place. Rewind it.
Like the other one?
No.
There's no way.
That's from like 1987.
Yeah, it looks like it's dog spit it out.
Yeah. So you guys work with Delbarton?
Kinda.
Kinda.
Volunteer.
Volunteer.
Say volunteer.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Cool.
It's fun. But we're having technical difficulties.
Oh, what's going on? There's like literally no signal out here.
Yeah, I think that was
It's terrible, yeah. So,
That's why I'm on the camera.
yeah. You want to boost? Will you have like a game center or something like that?
Yeah,
Or?
it's on Game Changer.
Ah.
Because there's a lot of cameras.
I sent your link out to everybody.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, I try to keep it neutral, so. Unless the both, yeah, I mean, obviously, with it being a Pope John channel, if they do something well, I'm like, I get into it. But otherwise, try to call as fair as possible. So. Oh, some people don't. Some people, yeah. You know. And then there's others who don't, who right down the middle, no matter where you are. So.
Well, sometimes we'll watch people scoring the other team, and we're scoring our team, and it's like, is it an error or is it a hit?
Yeah. They're like, oh, they score. Well, what happened?
Right, exactly.
Tell me what happened. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey for bottom of the second action between the Pope John Lions and the Delbarton Green Wave. Mike Formasano here, calling today's action. We're in the bottom of the second, and Delbarton with a 6-1 lead on the Pope John Lions. We'll be out at Delbarton on Wednesday for the back end of this home and home between the Green Wave and the Lions. Delbarton scored 6 runs in the top of the first inning off of starter Miles Missoni, who only went in a third of an inning. Daniel Gigante came in relief, got the Lions out of that first inning. Jack Portman, the right fielder, hit an inside-the-park home run to make it 6-1 Delbarton over the Lions. And that's your score as we head to the bottom of the second. Andrew Pammy at the plate and Kurt Friedrich on the hill starting his second inning of work. The left-hander looks in. Pammy calls time, gets it from the umpire. Friedrich takes a while on the mound. You see some pitchers take a few seconds. Portman is like, he gets it and throws. In there, called strike. 0-1 to Pammy. Listen, he doesn't have to worry about a pitch clock, so whatever works. Now into the wind. Delivers. Outside. 1-1. Delbarton in first place in the NJAC American Division. Pope John in third behind Roxbury. Not a pitch. Behind Pammy. I don't think it hit him. Friedrich looks in. Gets the sign. Delivers. Grounder down the first base line. Foul. So I can give you a little bit of a preview of what's coming up next week, as I already told you what we're doing this week. Next week, Monday, we're going to be at the softball fields as it's senior night, the final senior night for the spring sports that we cover. So Pope John softball senior night on Monday as they're home against Lenape Valley. Here's the pitch by Friedrich. High. On Tuesday, the 20th, I believe we'll be with the baseball team as they take on Roxbury on the road. They've already taken on Roxbury here at Pope John, and so they'll do the return date at Roxbury next Tuesday. Grounder to second. Kim Fields throws to the first baseman in time to get Pammy. 1 down. Now the batter, number 13, left fielder, Brody O'Hara. Next Wednesday, I believe we have lacrosse. Trying to remember who Pope John's playing. It may be Morris Knowles. But I have to take a look at the calendar. And then girls lacrosse on Thursday as they host the Immaculata. And that'll take us into the Memorial Day weekend. Then Saturday, Memorial Day weekend, Pope John boys lacrosse. Swing and a miss by O'Hara, 0-1. As they will take on Westfield. That'll be a tough matchup. Westfield, really good team. Right up there with the likes of Chatham and Summit. Here's the pitch. Grounder foul down the first base line. 0-2 to O'Hara. Then after Memorial Day, we head into the state tournaments. And once those are done, that's it for the school year. We'll let you know what we're doing on the channel this summer. We'll have some action. Swing and a miss by O'Hara. He thought it hit the turf, but the umpire says nope. It was caught on the fly. So 2 outs, and the batter, number 21, Lucas Mesros. Yeah, we're looking to get some football scrimmages on the channel in June and July. And then in August, we'll start with scrimmages for the upcoming football season and also boys and girls soccer. In there, called strike on the outside corner, 0-1 to Mesros. On deck for the Lions, number 8, Alex Rakowski. Friedrich looks in. Deals. Liner down the first base line, foul. 0-2 to Mesros. Friedrich looks in. Gets what he wants. Delivers. Foul. Behind home plate. Out of play. Right now, scores table. Also want to give my thanks. I went ahead and went through the whole administration. I forgot to give my thanks to the scorekeepers. Bree Perez and Maddie Dugan. Thank you so much for your help. Friedrich delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That ball did hit the turf. Catcher throws the first. And that's the third out. 1-2-3 for Delbarton in the bottom of the second. We're through 2 here at Pope John High School. It's the Delbarton Green Wave 6. Pope John Lions 1. We'll be back right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. I'm going to stand back here.
Yeah. You need to tighten up the net.
Well, the only problem is I just got that phone. I literally just got it. I put bubble wrap on it trying. Yeah. First couple of weeks of the season, they had a couple of balls come back. I mean, it's all over the place and everything. And he's throwing everything high, and I'm like, really?
Need one of those, like, Otterbombs.
Yeah, we got, yeah.
Indestructible.
Well, for the cages, you can. We do it in the softball field. I've got it.
Yeah.
I got the game changer right there. And I hooked up to the cage. It will not support the weight. The net is
No,
so
I mean,
loose.
like, for your phone, they have those cases that
Oh,
are
I have it
like
out of my phone.
military
Yep.
breakers.
Yeah.
So if it hits it, I mean, who knows how fast it can throw, and if it hits
Yeah.
it, it's a foul ball. but-
Yeah. So I do have one, but and it's under I think it's under 90-day warranty or something like that too. So if I had to, by next year, hopefully we'll have an actual camera. So that's so.
Well, if you're gonna take the,
Well, we're doing football next year, and we do. We have a camera for football for doing the football games.
yeah, maybe
So.
you could put it on the coat.
Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. Top of the third action as Daniel Gigante gets set. Here's the pitch. Grounded to short. Will Ryan scoops it up, fires across, in time to get number 3, Finian O'Loughlin. One pitch, one out. Now the batter, number 16, Ryan Holman. Action in the Delbarton bullpen. Wesley Gabriel, the junior, is getting loose. Or at least he was. Yeah, there he is. Pitch. Outside. 1-0. On deck for Delbarton, number 11, Danny Haggard. Here's pitch. Outside. 2-0. In there. Called strike. 2-1 on Holman. Baseball today, baseball Wednesday. Lacrosse Tuesday. Outside. Nice play by Pammy. 3-0 now. Not a pitch. They say he went. So the pitch was low and away, but they say the Holman went, so. Strike on the batter. Not a pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Strike 3. Oh, strike 3. Okay, they didn't have it on the scoreboard. My fault. So, strike up. Rung up by Gigante. 2 outs. Now the batter, number 11, Danny Haggard. So 2 quick outs by Gigante here. He's holding Delbarton at bay. See if Pope John get the offense started, try and get back into this. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-0. Masoni, who pitched so well against Lenape Valley in relief of Beckett Weeks, and then did the same again against Vernon. Just didn't have it today. And sometimes that happens. And, of course, Delbarton, an excellent hitting team, so, what are you going to do? But right from the outset. But Gigante's coming. He's pitched real well. Here's pitch. Outside. 3-0 now to Haggard. On deck for Delbarton. Number 17, Ted Messino. Here's the 3-0. In there. Call strike. 3-1. Delbarton leads by 5. Top of the third. 2 out. Gigante deals. High fly ball. Left field. O'Hara going back. It's up against the fence. Throw comes in from left field. And that is a double for Delbarton. Ryan Holman, the shortstop, right off the left center field fence over the head of Brody O'Hara. And with 2 outs, Delbarton has something going here in the top of the third. Was it Haggard? No, my fault. That's how I had. We got the lineup 30 seconds before the game. That's how I had to write it. So now the batter. Outside, 0-1. Ted Messino, number 17. So the double to Haggard, off the fence, past O'Hara, and 2 outs in the top of the third. Here's the pitch by Gigante. Liner into center field. Base hit. It's going to get past Manco and roll all the way to the fence. Haggard will score. Messino rounding second. He'll stop as the ball comes in. And an RBI double for Ted Messino. Delbarton takes a 7-1 lead. So now the batter, number 4, Brandon Kim, second baseman. I believe that's 3 RBIs in the day for Messino now. Didn't he have a 2-run single in the top of the first? Here's the pitch over the head of Kim. 1-0. So a 2-out rally for Delbarton here in this top of the third. Now the pitch by Gigante. High, 2-0. Gigante set. Here's the pitch. In there, called strike. 2-1. Now the pitch. Outside. Three and 1. Here's the pitch. In there, called strike. 3-2. Gigante looks in. Runner off second. High. Ball 4. So Kim works a walk and flips the order over to the leadoff hitter for Delbarton, number 2, Matt Tafuri. 7-1 Delbarton here, top of the third. Gigante looks in. Delivers. In there. Called strike. Uncle Charlie cut in the corner there. 0-1. Runners are first and second. 2 down. Gigante fires. Inside to hit him. Tafuri gets hit on the left arm. Part jersey, part arm. And he will walk to first. That loads the bases. Now to the plate, DH, Sal Garcia. Delbarton up by a half dozen. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Gigante with the pitch. Ball high. One and 0. Now the pitch. Outside. 2-0. Here's the pitch by Gigante. 3-0. Nowhere to put Sal Garcia. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Big pitch coming by Gigante. Fouled off. So they gave Garcia the green light on 3-0. Gigante up to 46 pitches already here in the top of the third. He came in the top of the first to relief of Masoni. Pitch. High fly to center field. Manco going back. Makes the catch right up against the fence. And Pope John walks the tightrope. They get out only 1 run given up on a pair of doubles. Score after 2.5 innings, Delbarton leads 7-1 over Pope John. We'll be back for bottom of the third action after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. What's going on? I like it. Sharp. Did they really? I had that happen a couple of years ago when I went in for an eye exam. That stinks. Yeah. Yeah, I started losing my eyesight near about 3-4 years ago. Because I always had 20/20. Pissed me off to know. I know. And we're back to Pope John High School here for the bottom of the third between the Pope John Lions and the Delbarton Green Wave. Mike Formasano here, calling today's action. The Green Wave leading the Lions 7-1 here as we start up the bottom of the third. Alex Rakowski, number 8, the third baseman for the Lions, leading off against Southpaw Kurt Friedrich.
Go, Kurt.
Friedrich looks in. Here's the pitch. Outside. 1-0. A little high as well. On deck for the Lions, number 31, Joseph Manco. Just made a nice catch to center field to end the top of the third. Here's a pitch by Friedrich. Low. 2-0. Pope John's lone run came off the bat of Jack Portman, an inside the park home run in the bottom of the first. Friedrich deals. High. 3-0. Now the pitch by Friedrich. Called strike on the outside corner. Cut the black. 3-1. Now the pitch. Down the first base line, foul. Head coach, or not head coach, it's James Manco on the third base side. First base assistant coach, Ben Perez, hopping out of the way of that one. So the count's full. 3-2 to Rakowski. Friedrich deals. Low, ball 4. And the Lions work a walk. That's what they need right now, base runners. More and more base runners they can get. When you're down by 6 runs, you have to build major rallies. Walks always help the deal. So here's Manco. No outs here in the bottom of the third. Manco's been leading off for the past few weeks down the number 9 hole today. 1-9's interchangeable in my opinion anyway. Here's the pitch. Grounded to second. Second baseman Kim fires to short. On to first. Double play. 4-6-3 double play turned by Delbarton. Braden Kim to Ryan Holman to Lorenzo Baselli. So quickly, 2 outs here. And the manager, Bruce Chattel, going out to the mound. And he's going to make a pitching change. So that'll be the end of Kurt Friedrich's day. He's congratulating the sophomore. And get some applause. So we're going to take a break. And we'll come back for bottom of the third action here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube right after this. 7-1 Delbarton as they make a pitching change. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey for bottom of the third action. Pitching change for Delbarton. On the hill, junior number 14, Wesley Gabriel. Gabriel coming in relief of Kurt Friedrich. Pitched very well, only giving up 1 run, an inside the park home run in the bottom of the first inning as he got through 2 2/3 innings. So that'll turn the lineup over to number 20, Will Ryan, the leadoff hitter for Pope John today. Gabriel finishing his warm-up pitches. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. from Kinnelon High School, it'll be the Pope John Lions boys lacrosse team, the newly crowned champions of the 101 Sussex Tri-County Tournament, as they beat Voorhees 13-4 on Saturday at Lenape Valley High School. They'll take on Kinnelon tomorrow. 4 p.m. We'll have it with you here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Ryan steps in. Here's the first pitch by Gabriel. Over the head of Ryan, 1-0. Rakowski got on with a walk, and then Manko hit into a double play. So there are your 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Gabriel looks in, delivers, fouled off, out of play, down the first base line. 1-1 to the shortstop. On deck, number 25, first baseman, Evan Johnson. Gabriel doesn't like the sign he gets from his catcher. Number 11, Danny Haggard. Now he gets what he wants. Here's the pitch. Grounder to third. Third baseman Fields fires across. Just in time. Nice play by Ted Messino. And Delbarton out of the inning. No runs, no hits, a walk, and no one left on. After 3, 7-1, Delbarton over Pope John. We'll be back right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Actually, since we're already up to an hour on the feed, we're going to turn it off, start up a new feed right here on Pope John Lions TV for the 4th through 7th inning. So come on back on a new feed right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube, back in about 30 seconds.